Hey, what's up, what's up, what's up, what's up? How you doing today? Super excited, super elated, guys. What's up? How are you doing? We are live, we are live, we are live, we are live, we are live. Let's go, let's go, let's go, let's go, let's go, let's go. Let's go. How are you doing? Happy Saturday. Happy Saturday. It's another great session today that I can guarantee you we're going to be having an amazing session. What's up, what's up, what's up, what's up, everybody? So what you want to do right now, let's share, let's share, let's share, let's share. Let's share. What's up? Happy weekend. Happy Saturday. Okay, let's broadcast. Let me do some broadcast right now. We are live. We are live. We are live. Let's go. Let's go. Let's go. We are live. Perfect. Perfect. Let's do some broadcast right now. Let's share the link. Let's share. Hope you guys are. Hey, Ogabuki, what's up? How you doing? Good to see you. How is Canada? How is the Canadian people? Yeah. Let's share. Let's share. Let's share. Let's get people. That's the link. Let's share it. Let's share it. Let's share it. Okay, Charlie, what's up? How you doing? Great. One more time, I want to welcome you to the Financial Trading Culture Show with Mayowa Owolabi on IG. And I really want to appreciate everyone for staying tuned. Last week was amazing. We had a great meeting last week, helping us to understand how we can diversify our portfolio. Last week was a period of diversification in the financial market. How many of us? Hey, I salute you. Sheikh, tell me. Good to have you on the call. Say me, Baba. Good to have you on the call. Celebrate you all, guys. Bashi, what you want to do for me is to share. You want to help me share. We need to get this information to people because people do not really understand what this is all about. They feel that they are doing it for a friend. They are doing it for... You just have to go personal with it. And last week, you know, it was a great time. We spoke about how to diversify in the financial market. How many of us were online last week? You know, what did you learn last week? Last week was amazing. I'm super excited about. You know, sometimes even during the show, even after the show, I like to rewatch the experience because I learned myself. You know. I learned myself. So a lot of time when I pen down things to share with you, when I start teaching you guys, you know, I get to see a lot to learn myself, you know. So last week we spoke about financial market, how to diversify in the financial market, and we spoke about the derivatives that are available, the instruments that are available from currency trading. And I told you guys that it's not just about Forex alone. It's not just about currency trading alone. I went from there to explain commodities to us. If you choose to trade silver, if you choose to trade gold. And people need to be smart to begin to understand this. Because some years ago, we have physical gold. So now it has gone to digital gold. Guys, the same way we had physical mail that people will have to come and deliver into your PO box physical mail. Now we have email, which is digital mail. You know, the same way we have paper currency. Now we don't have paper currency again. We now have digital currency. So a lot of things have started changing, and I don't know why it is sounding so hard for people to migrate. You know, I was going through my vision board, you know, and my goal this year is to reach out to 5,000, to raise 5,000 successful traders. Now, I've not been able to meet that goal, not because I am not available. You know, this year alone, when I checked out the list in the past 3 years, I've been able to reach out to over 3,000 people. But my year goal is 5,000 people in a year. And it's not that I'm not available to teach, but the students are not even available. You know, they go online to read about scams. They go online and to read about the things that are not working for people. They go, even if you show them your account, they still doubt. I don't get it. And they feel that they are doing it for you. You're not doing it for me. You're doing it for yourself, for your family. So one of the things I won't do with you is to share my money with you. But guys, I spend on my family, I spend on my businesses, I spend it on things that I want. So you just need to wake up, and the earlier you do it, the better. Because everything is moving digital. So I mentioned commodities trading last week. That people are not do, you know, you can focus on trading gold and silver alone. This last week, gold gave us over 800 pips. Hey, Mr. Olubumi, good to have you on the call. I'm excited having you on the call as usual. Umon 940, good to have you on the call. You guys are welcome to the financial trading culture, where we talk about financial market. You see, my goal is just to share this information long enough to let a lot of people see how they can harness this. Now, if you don't do it, will you lack money? No, you won't lack money, obviously. You can still do every other business and become successful, you know. But the joy that there is a system that you can leverage on and be smart on, that's the purpose. Okay, so after talking about commodities, I moved into indices, and I emphasize on the power of indices. US 30, NAS 100. US 30 is a collection of top US companies in the world, in US, and indices is very, very volatile, very, very volatile. So what it means is that you can trade indices and swing it. As a matter of fact, I don't like to scalp it. I tell people you swing indices. Why? Because you don't want to trade with $50. You don't want to trade with $100. Hey, Mr. Eso, good to have you on the call, sir. I celebrate you, sir. Okay, so you want to know all of that and get it done. You want to get it done. So playing in the indices space makes a lot of sense to you, and you can you can focus on that alone. You trade NAS, you trade US 30, and which other one? You trade G30, German 30, you know, and you can choose only to trade on indices, and you're still going to be successful. So another space you can trade on is the digital currency, crypto. We had a boom last week from about 11,000, 12,000. Now Bitcoin is 15,500. Oh! And I told you guys 3 weeks ago. Yes, thank you so much, SPX. Yes, I took S&P 500. Yes, thank you so much. It's part of indices. And I told you guys 2 weeks ago, I said the Bitcoin market is a bullish market. And I told us one of the episodes before, I said, if it is $100, if it is $50, if it is $200, start archiving it, start saving it. Just dump it there. Just dump it there. Because the projection is crazy. Hey, good to have you on the call. My guest today, Mr. Julian. Good to have you on the call. We'll be bringing you up shortly. I celebrate you, sir. Okay. No, 6%. Thank you so much, Mr. Olubumi. That's a lot for a week. So we can keep diversifying in the financial market when we have this understanding that, okay, it's not just about acquiring or trading in the forex market alone. I can diversify my portfolio into crypto market. I can diversify my portfolio into indices, commodities, and we still have stocks, guys. Just crazy money in stocks. Just make sure you know how to analyze your swing positions when the market is low. Pump in some $100, some $200, and leave it there. And you know, maybe one of the sessions I'll talk to us about how to swing, the advantage of swing trading. That's not today. That's not definitely today. But you know, just doing a recap of what we had on the last week's show. What we had on last week on the show. So guys, today's topic is the power of affirmation. The power of affirmation. And guys, I want to let you know that this is the secret of the wealthy people. This is the secret of the wealthy people. You see, a lot of time, one of the things people fail to understand is that trading is 80% psychology and just 20% strategy. I'll come again. Trading in the financial market, it is 80% psychology, which is intangible thing, and just 20 or even less than 20% strategy. Now, the power of this is that if we are able to get the strength, if you can build your strength in the psychology, then you can do well in the market. And one of the ways that can help your psychology is to be able to build your affirmation and believe in it. Believe in it. See, once you get this right, I can guarantee you that you will never be poor again. Because people wake up every day and they say, oh, affirmation, I am this, and they go to the market and they start trading. No, you don't even go to the market to start trading in the first of the week. No, you first want to know, what is my goal? See, to draft out your affirmation, you must start with the desire. Your desire. If you're on this call right now, type in desire on the chat box right now. Type in desire on the chat box right now. Type in desire on the chat box right now. So, desire is first everything. I want to make money. I want to become successful. I want to. So, for you to succeed in the forex market, it must start with desire. For you to succeed in the financial market, it has to do with desire. I am ready for it. Now, once you desire it, then the second thing is you decide. See, let me be sincere with you. A lot of people desire to trade forex, but they've not decided. That is why I'm still here more than 5 years in the forex market. See, when you desire, when you have desire, is good, but your desire can drop. But when you decide, you are taking it another level in building your affirmation. Until you decide, you've not activated your desire. So I decided to build my wealth through the financial market vehicle. So no matter what I go through, no matter the time it takes me to get there, my desire and my decision will keep me. Because when you decide, you will put in the work. When you decide, you keep in the work. You will put in the work. You make sure you are putting in the work. Now, once this two is being settled, then you can draft out a goal. Thank you so much, Mr. Owolabi. There must be a will. And there's a saying that says, if there is a will, there is a way. If there is a will, there is a way. So number one, you have the desire. See, don't have the desire because of your friend. Don't have the desire because of somebody's result. Have the desire for yourself. Don't have the desire because Mr. Mayowa is trading. Don't have the desire because somebody in your office is making money from it. Have the desire from yourself. For yourself. And these are the questions you need to ask yourself before starting choosing to play in this industry. Oh, I want to know it. Do I want to know it well, or I just want to leverage on it? There are ways to, there are some people, they want to know it well. Good. There are some people, they just want to leverage on it. When I first started, I wanted to know it well. But now, what I've chosen to do with all my years of experience is that I have chosen to leverage on it. And that's what I'm doing now. So it's two things at a time. Maybe I'll talk about that some other time. But today I want to focus on affirmation, and I want to take us through a journey of how to build it and how to get it done, to get to where we're going. So number one, you have the desire first, and number two, you have to decide. Then number three, you have to create a goal. You have to create a goal, and goals differs. Your goal could be you want to make $10 a day. Your goal could be you want to buy a house from your trading account. Your goal could be you want to be a successful fund manager. Your goal could be you have to create a goal. See, the reason why you have not gotten your trading well, or the reason why you are not doing well, is because you've not created a goal. Everybody on the call, type in create a goal. Type in create a goal. Type in create a goal. Because when you create the goal, it makes a lot of sense. Perfect. Your why will make one decide and set it perfect. Your will make perfect. So when you create that goal, then it becomes clearer. Because if you don't see, one of the things that drives me is my goal. See, look at, since last week, I became so personal with you guys. Can you see that? Can you see my goal, guys? How much can you guys see? Can you see my goal? In my office, can you see my goal? Up there, can you see my goal? On my right hand side, can you see my goal? One of my goals is on the system. Can you see my goal? Can you see my goal? Stop. These are the things that will drive you to get it well, guys. These are the things that will drive you to get it right. Stop making it look as if it's complex. See, the goal will sustain you and drive you. The goal, guys, is critical to your success. Your goal. What's your goal? I'm so happy and grateful now. Goal, guys. So that when you wake up in the morning, what comes to your mind is that goal that you've set. So when you come to your chart, if you're a swing trader or an intraday trader, you have the understanding, and the intangible thing, which is the psychology part of your trading, will begin to drive you. Now, once the goal is created, the number 4 thing you want to do is to write the goal down. Your why is the driving force. Yes, sir. And your why is different from my why. See, guys, this journey is independent. I see people trading forex and they want to show somebody their result. No, stop trading as if you are competing. Stop trading forex as if you are competing. Some people, once they make $50, they screenshot their money, they put it there everywhere. People start seeing their result. Yes, I'm not saying that you should not show, that you can't show your result. What I'm saying is that it's a personal journey. In our community, I rarely ask for results. Maybe once in a month or twice in a month. Like last week, I told everybody to drop their result. And I can see that people are making crazy money. And I'm happy for that. But you see, it's a personal journey. Stop trading as if you're competing. Your goal is not my goal. And we have different goal functions. So number 4, like I said, is write the goal down. See, one of the mystery about writing it down is that it lifts your mind to reality. The reality is that you have written it on a wood. And if you're a Christian or a Muslim, you would have, or any of the religions you have studied the power of creation. Which means write the vision, make it plain, so that those that see it will run with it. See, let me break that down for you. When you write the vision, which is your goal, when you write it on the paper, which is a wood, when you write it, those that see it, that does not mean somebody else will see it. Those that see it, your eye sees it, your body sees it, your heart sees it, because your eyes is not just alone. So when I am reading my goal, everything that has to do with my body is seeing the goal. So when I am tired, see, there was a time I was really tired and I needed to just shower and go to bed, but there were still things I needed to do. So I said, okay, maybe I wake up, I wake up in the midnight and continue what I needed to do. But as I went into the shower and I was taking the hot bath, immediately I lifted up my eyes to my goal, which was also in my bedroom. Guys, the strength came back again. And as I came out of the shower, my wife said, "What happened?" I said, "I'm going to work again." She said, but you said you needed to rest." Yes, I said something just drove me out now. See, guys, let's be realistic. The reason why you are not where you are right now is that you don't have a goal. You don't have something driving you. There is nothing. You just want that. You just want to eat. You just want to pay some little bills. But when you have something major driving you guys, it gets into you. It gets into your body. Your blood becomes strong. Your health becomes sound. And you get it. Come on, guys. Put in some 777 if I'm helping you right now. If you're getting something, put in some 777 right now. If you're getting something. So when the goal is written out and you can see it, your blood, your body, the things around you, everything around you begin to drive it. And it begins to make sense to you. And that's it. So the last part, I would hold that till after I brought up my guests today, which is the last part of it. So number one, I need to bring him up 12:30 on the dot. So the number one is you have to desire it. You have to desire it. When you desire it, you can go for a meeting. You can imagine it. Number two, you have to decide. So your decision is now that who will mentor me? Where do I learn it from? And we have several Forex platforms in the world you can learn from. Several. Okay? Several. In as much that I belong to a community, my shows on Saturday is just the sincerity part of this business. So you can learn from anywhere. Okay? You can learn from anywhere. You get that? You see, a lot of time I don't mention my company, the company I belong to, not because I don't want to, but because it's not just about my company. It's about your personality. It's not just about my company. You can join my company and still not make money. You can join my community and still not make money because you've not decided. So when you decide, you will tell yourself, I need to get it. If it will take you not to sleep, you won't sleep. If it will take you to attend every training, I do mentorship meetings in a community where I have close to 1,000 people. And when that they see my result in the group, when I call for mentorship meeting, do you know that sometimes you are not up to 20 live mentorship meetings where I teach them how I trade? 20. So what about the 800 people? Don't they like it? They like it, but they've never decided. They just want to take financial market and pass through it. They just want to pass through it. See, guys, decide. See, the journey is so sweet, but you need to decide. Then the third one, I said that you have to create a goal. And then create a goal. What do I want to do with this business? Okay, my goal, I want to make $1,000 every single day. I want to make $10,000 every. If you have not made $100 a day, don't type in 100. Don't go for one. Start small. I want to make $10 a day. Can you start small? Can you start small? See, $10 every single day is a lot of money. It's $300 in a month, if I'm right. $100 every single day is about $3,000 in a month. $1,000 every single day is over $300,000 in a month. The question is, how much do you want? Then number 4, you write it down. And before I go into the next part of it, I want to bring up my guest today. He's an amazing student. He's an elderly man, over 60 years old, and I've seen him grow. You see, one of the things I like about him is that he decided. One of the things I love about him is that he created a goal. As a matter of fact, the wife is also trading. And you see, I see young people jump around. You're still less than 30, you are jumping around. You're still less than 40, you are jumping around. Once you don't get it right, you blame the system instead of you to blame yourself. You blame the things that you are not doing. You're not spending time. But when I saw this man, I knew he was desired. I knew he has decided. And I've seen him grown. I think we've known for over 2 years now. and I've seen him grow. The other time we're talking, you know, he said, "Sir, my goal was 25. My target for the week was 25." He said he has met his goal for the what he made for that week was 25% of his account. And I was laughing. I said, "Daddy, we need to do 100%." And he said, "We are ready." So don't let me really say much about this amazing, great leader, Mr. Julian. It's been an amazing time to work with you, to see you grow, and to get to where you are today. Sir, I'm honored to have you on call. Kindly type in some 555 as I make welcome this great leader, a student of ours in our community, doing well for himself, and I'm excited for what he has become. Mr. Julian, are you on the call, sir?
Yes, Mashama, good afternoon. I'm here.
Good afternoon, sir. How are you doing today?
I'm doing great. And you?
Perfect. Amazing all the time. Amazing all the time. How's mommy doing?
Mommy's doing great. She's not home now. She's gone up.
Great. So, you know, the invitations for this show, we don't send questions to people because I want people to be really direct, you know, so it doesn't take any pattern. So, and as usual, the first thing I want to let you know is to get to know you. We need to get to know you. Your name, what you do, when you just when you even started trading. I could ask you that later, but let's even get to know you. Before you started Forex, what do you do? How, you know, and when did you get to know the opportunity? So take it away, sir. What's your name, sir? So our audience can get to know you, sir.
Yes, folks, my name is Julian Ezeji. And I am 71 years young.
Great.
And before where I am now, I used to work in the bank. I was in the bank. I left banking back in 1991. I was senior manager in a bank, and you won't believe it, I was actually head of Forex. And in this period, I had done a course in the UK about Forex trading. But it was in the era, you know, of huge computers, and no one knew that a day would come when you could do Forex trading on the smartphone. Well, so, you know, it was like we were told then that you couldn't do Forex except you had like $1 million. And you know, that's not the kind of money that you can toy with. So anyway, I left banking and I ran a finance company, then ended up in oil and gas, and then retired. So it was when I retired that I had about this opportunity.
So how long did you play in the finance before you moved into oil and gas?
Well, I was in banking for like over 20 years.
Wow.
I was in banking for over 20 years before I ran a finance company for like 5 years. Okay. And then went into oil and gas from where I retired.
Wow.
Yes.
This is amazing. I begin to see a trend. I begin to see that a lot of Forex people who are played in the financial market, they value this industry a lot. Or what do you think, sir?
That's quite true, because, well, in retirement, it kind of aligns with all you've done all your life. And yes, and it leads you to, when you begin to understand it, you find that rather than be a routine man, you are now like, you're now like actually making the money. You're not just working at, you know, managing what people have done. You're the one able to use tools available to make out the money.
Perfect. So, Mr. Julian, thank you so much for being on the call, guys. We want to welcome you again to be on the Financial Trading Culture Show with Mayowa Owolabi, and our guest today is Mr. Julian Ezeji, who is 71 years young. He's an amazing man. Like I told you guys, we met about a year going to 2 years now, and I've seen the possibilities. And now he's letting us know that he has played in the financial industry for over 20, 25 years before he went into oil and gas, and before he came across the opportunity to play right here in the forex market by himself. Okay, so tell us, how did you get to know about the new forex wave that you got into, and when was that, sir?
About 2 years ago, I was driving out. I need to do something outside, so I was, driving out, and so I tuned into the radio, and I had the voice of Chairman Book Yoshino on radio. She was talking about the fact that you could actually trade forex on the Android phone, and I thought to myself, no, this is not possible. Well, what I had learned was different, but I thought I should investigate. And that's how I ended up, talking to my wife about it. And of course, she said she would not have heard of it. She thought, no way, when you start hearing about this things online, there is a scam somewhere. And this was in the days of MMM, Remember those days when MMM was in vogue. So she just could not hear of it. But for me, I knew my experience, I knew what I'd had. Even though she opposed my going, when I found space one day to go for one of the meetings in Victoria Island, in the course of the meeting, I decided that this is it for me. That was about 2 years ago.
You decided that?
Yes.
I like that. Wow.
Thank you.
So, 2 years.
Yes.
That's quite impressive. That's quite powerful. Because what you have done now, in as much that you're making the profit now, but it's already we are now relating it to the power of our affirmation that you decided. You had a desire, to get to know what these people are saying. Then number two, you decided to become a student, to learn it. Okay? So when did it become so, because I like to also let people know on the show that it's not a get-rich-quick scheme. When did it become more interesting? Like when you became more like it became reality, like you begin to profit from it. A lot of time it could take some people 6 months, it could take some people 1 year, it could take some people 2 years. When did you get that thing and say, yes, I've gotten it? When was that?
Right. Well, when I signed on, of course, we were told then that this is not this is like a marathon. It's not a sprint.
Yes, sir.
And that you have to really learn, because you see inside the word learn, if you remove the L, what you have is N. So we were told about tools that were available that you could learn from. And so as I signed on, I started learning from these tools. And as I learned on a daily basis, I found that it was very more interesting. And before this time, I'm a strong supporter of a club in England that I have supported since 1978. During my days in England, I had this club that I supported. So I spent my time paying subscription, watching them. And the funny thing was sometimes my club got beaten and I was moody all day. This was upsetting my wife a lot, but I mean, I'm a retired man, so what to do? Until when I started with learning, 2 weeks later, I was like practicing on a demo and it was becoming very interesting. And I was excited and jumping up and down, really excited. And so she got curious and was wondering what's wrong with this old man. The first thing was that before this time, I was spending time on television, paying subscription, watching football. Now I no longer watch football. I now watch a different kind of television, the IML TV, and I was getting, getting trades, taking trades that were being called by educators, getting training, and it was becoming interesting. By the third week, I had gone live. And when I went live, one day I was trading and as the figures were rolling in, the color of good money is blue. So it was
Yeah.
rolling in blue. And she was excited. She said, "What are you doing? This is not real money." I said, "Look, this is real money." She said, "No, it's not real money. This thing you're seeing in the phone, is that real money?" Well, one day she wanted to be sure that it was actually real money. And that was the day I needed to do some stuff in the house. I needed some naira to do that. And she goes, "But you're making money. Let's spend this money you've been making." I said, "This money I want to spend for something bigger." And she goes, "No, we have to spend it. There's no money anywhere. Let's spend this one." That's how we ended up going to the bank. I went to the bank. She was outside. She wouldn't come in because, she was afraid that in case I go into the bank to get this foreign currency and there was trouble, she would probably be outside making connections. So as I got into the bank that day, it was a very, very strange day because for like 2 hours I was in there in the bank because their network was very bad. And she was alarmed. I said, every now and then she would call and say, "Are you still there?" I said, "Yes." "What's the problem?" I said, "It's network." I said, "What network? Are you sure?" I said, "It's network." Anyway, when I came out about 2 hours later, she saw me. She was studying me from head to toe and curious, watching my mood to see if I would frown or something like that. There was no frown. I just got into the car and I said, "Let's go." She said, "Where is the money?" So I brought her. So I brought her this money in dollars, and she saw it and screamed, "Is this real dollar?" I said, "Yes, it's real dollar." So we went, and we had to go change the money with the, the Apple keys. That's where we went to change the
Yeah.
money. And having
Yeah.
changed the money, and when she saw the money, she just took control. And so she was now managing the money. So we got home. We got home, and the atmosphere changed. Everything changed. The food was different, of course. And that's it. So she was now beginning to, get interested in what was happening. And so by the weekend, it was like, I would normally want to sleep a little more on Saturdays because it's a day I like to rest. But she got up very early and she was dressing up. So I was wondering where she was going to. I thought she was going to church because she's a minister in church. I thought there was a church program she was going to. But she came to the bed and said, "Honey, are you still sleeping?" I said, "Yes, I want to rest. You know that I want to rest now." She said, "Aren't you going for one of those trainings today?" I said, "Of course I'm training, but I'm going. But why?" She goes, "Can I go with you?" And so, so that's how on that day we went together for the presentation, and after which she signed on.
Wait,
So she signed on.
Wait, sir. So after she saw the money,
Yes,
the following Saturday she changed the will.
exactly.
And she became a student too.
Right, that
No,
Saturday she signed on.
come on, guys. Put in some 555 to celebrate the wife of Mr. Julian right now on the call. If you're gaining some value, guys, put in some 555 to celebrate Mrs. Julian on the call. Guys, you must understand that there's the power of success there's an attraction when you're successful. People do not want to get associated with somebody who is failing. And the prize to be successful is to get to do the hard work. So he did the hard work to prove, not for the wife to join, but to prove for himself. Now, when he proved for himself, look at now the wife who was probably like, "What have you been doing? What have you been doing?" Now became the person that said, "Babe, we need to go to class." And that's amazing. That's really, really amazing. So now she also trades now, right?
Yes, indeed, she does.
Wow.
And one of these, when we got back home, well, we started learning together. We started, she started demo trading. We were practicing together, and she was beginning to get a hang of it. And when they did, she was now able to trade on her own. And one day she was trading, and I was beside her, and she goes, "Honey, you know what we call this thing? It is retirement employment." So That's the name that we have for it now. Retirement employment.
Wow. Wow.
Yes.
Thank you so much, Mr. Julian. That's 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 really, really deep. And I can see you express this from your heart. We have Mr. Ayo Oladimeji. Good to have you on the call. Mr. Ayo Oladimeji joining right there. I'm excited. Good to have you on the call. You guys are welcome. We have God Will. Good to have you on the call. You're welcome to Financial Trading Culture Show with Mayowa. Owolabi, 12 noon every Saturday. And we've had the first session where we spoke about the power of affirmation. And this segment is the segment where we bring up people around the world that are playing in this financial market, and they can share their experiences. Now, the goal of this segment is to help people, to encourage people who naturally feel that it doesn't work again, people naturally feel that does it really work, people naturally feel that, oh, I started but I could not continue. It's just to help somebody outside there to show possibilities, because when you know that somebody have done it before, you don't need faith for it again. You just need to get to work. If somebody have done it before, you don't need faith. Faith is something that you have not seen. Faith is something you've not seen. Faith is something that has not been done. But when it is already done, that means that faith, you've passed the faith phase. It's just to get it done. My coach, when can we talk? You have my number, bro. Let's talk later today, okay? Let's talk after, bro. So, it's really, really amazing. And on the show today, we have a 71-year young man who became a student in our community, and his experience as a forex trader has been amazing, and how he has played in the financial market over 20 years and went into oil and gas before he retired, and now he has now found what is called retired. What did you call it, sir?
Retirement employment.
Retirement employment. We need to create a brand for that one. And I'm really, really happy. Now the wife also trade, and I'm excited about your journey, sir. So, Corin, what has been the change plan for you? Share your trading strategy, because for 2 years I know that you've been able to identify a particular way of trading. Are you a swing trader? Are you an intraday trader? Are you a system trader? Because a lot of time people go outside there. I was still sharing with one of my protege the other time, he said, Mr. Mayowa, price action is the best. I said, no. Price action is not the best. Price action is a strategy. And if it is a strategy, it means that it won't work in some people's hands. System trading is a strategy. I've seen some amazing mentors of mine who don't use price action. They only trade system. When I mean system, is they use indicators. And these people have been trading for more than 15 years. They build wealth around this system trading. And I told him, I created an analogy for him. If you want to kill a bird and you have pistol with you, you want to kill a bird, you have a sniper gun with you. You want to kill a bird, you have AK-47 with you. No matter any type of gun you have, in as much that it is directed to the bird and you pull the trigger, the bird will die. So imagine someone now saying, no, it is a sniper that is the best. It is a pistol that is the best. It is a machine gun that is the best. Do not fall into the trap of people saying, oh, it's market structure price action. Oh, it is harmonic scanner that is the best. No. It is only a tool. And if it works in my hand, it does not 100% mean it will work in your hand. It is a process. If you do what I do, it will work. If you don't do what I've done, it will not work. So that's why this segment, I like to ask our students, what are they using? Because, oh, Mr. Mayowa, hey, no. You know, one of my students was sharing, said, Mr. Mayowa, I love your OZIA strategy. I created the OZIA strategy, I don't use it every time. But it's working. And I have students, I have a lady who does close to 25% of our account every single month using that strategy. I have students that uses a strategy called BYOB. I have people that use price action. So just pick the one. So far you can kill the market and you can make the broker smile or cry, anyone you want to use. Just pick one. So we have on the call Mr. Julian, who is over 70 years young, and I want you to share your experience with us today. What strategy have you been able to lay your hand on, and you can say to yourself, every week I can do something good for myself? And how has it been for you using that strategy? Take it away, sir.
Thank you very much, Mr. Chairman. Basically, I would say I'm a system trader. And I'm a great disciple of Manny Quinones. And he, one of the strategies he came up with, which is the scanner sort strategy, I think I like very much, because it works with a number of indicators. And once you have a proper setup in line with the indicators that he has, that have been the 4 or 5 indicators that are there, once you have that setup, you are fine. Once you keep the rules, over 90% of the time, you'll achieve success. So I kind of stick to that because it works very well for me. I also like the BYOB strategy. I know there's this variant that has been taught recently by our coach Owolabi. Is also an interesting one, and I use it sometimes too. And my wife actually likes the OZIA strategy. That's what she prefers to use, because it works for her more often than not. So she uses them, and that's it. So basically, that's what we do. We are system traders.
Perfect. Now, I will also want to tell you that you have taken the right decision, because when you pass some certain stage in life, you want to live your life systematically. When you are below 30, you can, okay, so you can trade systematically. But when you're still young, maybe less than 30, you want to do a lot. You want to learn a lot. You want to become a professor. You want to learn this, learn that, learn this, learn that, go through all of that. But when you begin to age through 50 above, you want to just make your life very simple. Number 1, this will happen. Number 2, this must happen. Number 3, this must happen. If I see number 4, I will put my money. Number 1, it happened. Number 2, it happened. Number 3 did not happen. So I'm not going to trade. Number 1, it happened. Number 2, it happened. Number 3, it happened. Number 4, it has happened. Then I should. And this is how to really, I'm really excited about your experience, what you've really gathered over the years. And what will you be your advice to our audience today? We'll call this 5 do and don'ts advices you want to just share with people today, so that they can take that as a takeaway from an elderly, successful Forex trader.
Thank you very much. My advice really would be for people to get the learning first. The first thing to do is not to have your eyes on the money. Have your eyes on learning. And once you learn, it becomes easier. The money is an added result. But if you decide from the word go that I want to make money, and you start jumping from one trade to the other, you probably make a lot of mistakes that will not carry you through. So the best thing is learn first, then all that things will be added to you. Forex trading, like I said at the beginning, is not a sprint. It's a marathon. It's not a get rich quick something. It is something that if you know it, it can feed you for all your life.
Wow.
God bless you.
Wow. Thank you so much, Mr. Julian, for jumping on the call today. And I really want to appreciate you for your time. I really, really want to appreciate you for what you do and how you've been able to achieve this for yourself. Thank you so much for jumping on the call. I want to thank you for everything you made up of and the possibilities that you've created for yourself. And I'm grateful to God for your life. Thank you so much for jumping in. I would talk to you very, very soon. Thank you so much for being on the show.
Thank you very much, and God bless you.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. So, guys, I'm sure you gained a lot today. Usually we should have questions for Mr. Julian. Okay. If you have any questions for Mr. Julian, you can drop it. If he has not left the call, we can definitely bring him back. What are your questions before I round up this session? It should be just an hour meeting, and for the first time, we are going beyond an hour. Okay, so maybe we'll pick it up from all the early leaving of the call. Okay, so the last part, I will continue the affirmation next week. Okay, I'll do the affirmation part 2 next week. Okay, so we have affirmation 1 today. We're going to be having affirmation 2 next week, Saturday. Okay, so I don't want to take your time. I want you to watch this video again and again. I want to appreciate you all for being on the call. Let's take 1 or 2 questions so we can round up this session. I'm going to take the affirmation to affirmation series 2 next week by God's grace. Okay, no, you've not missed. You can watch the replay. Okay, it's recorded. And I also want to announce we're going to be moving it. Also, yeah, we're going to be moving it into Facebook. We're going to be moving it into Facebook and Facebook, YouTube Direct. Okay, we're going to be moving it into Facebook and YouTube Direct. We've been enjoying great sessions of people moving and harnessing that area. But we have to manually go and upload it on Instagram, manually go and upload it on Facebook. So we want to really push a lot through the show to Facebook, to YouTube, move it to Facebook, so that we can do a lot for ourselves. Okay, thank you so much for being on the call. Any question on your affirmation today? Any question, guys? Any question? Let's go. Any question? Okay. Okay, if you have any question, just make sure you drop it on the chat below. Okay, I and the team will be available to help you out so that we can all grow together and we can do well. Thank you so much for being on the show. One more time, my name is Mayowa Owolabi. I'll see you next week at the Financial Trading Culture Show, where we'll bring together another amazing episode. And as usual, we're going to be shifting the next week topic further so we can have the affirmation 2 again. Thank you so much for being on the show. My name remains Mayowa Owolabi. I'll see you guys next week, same time, 12 noon West African time, and you have a great day. Do have a great weekend. Cheers. Bye for now.